That's 10 reps with 225. That is an estimated strength of around 300 pounds. When I started about a week ago, I could do that for 4 reps. That's an estimated strength of about 250 pounds. So I've put 50 pounds on my bench press in a week. So, how did I do it? That's the question. Well, the real answer is muscle memory. That's about how strong I was in high school. The better answer, one that I can give you some useful information on, is how to make infinite gains. I'll need to put a presentation together. If I do that, then I'll just cut. Alright, hopefully that camera's positioned well. Alright, get the wax out of your ears and the rust out of your skull, because I'm about to tell you how to get infinite gains. Alright, let me draw you a diagram. I need to clean out this place. Alright, what we got here is the hierarchy of gains. You got endurance at the bottom, hypertrophy in the middle, and strength up top. Now what is endurance? Better start off with some physics. Alright, matter can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only change forms. Sunlight comes down to the earth in the form of energy and is converted into plants. And those plants, we eat them and we get energy. And then we can use that energy throughout our muscular force to generate movement, generate force. Alright? That's a little bit of science. You can't argue with that. Endurance is your ability to do work. Now what is work? Work is force over distance for a period of time. Alright? So what is force? Well, force is mass times acceleration. What is mass? Alright? Well, since you was born, lived, and probably gonna die on Earth, we'll just say that's weight. And for acceleration, well, you're probably thinking, oh, acceleration is speed. No, you're wrong. Acceleration ain't speed. Acceleration is a change in velocity. And velocity is distance and direction. Alright? So let's say you're moving something like this, and then whoop, change direction, but you don't change speed. That's acceleration. And something's moving like this, and you make it go faster. Well, that's acceleration. Something's moving like this, and you stop it. Also acceleration. Something's moving like this, you stop it, and then you move it in the opposite direction. That's about as high as an acceleration as you can get. That's why weightlifting is so effective, because you're moving the weight down, stopping it, and then moving the weight up. Alright, that's acceleration. Right. And of course endurance, that's just distance, time, you know. Alright, so you need endurance though, because endurance training gives you energy. You actually grow new mitochondria and new blood cells. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell that converts your energy into physical movement. Alright, that's how you do it. Mitochondria. Endurance training gives you more mitochondria. Nowadays everybody's talking about, oh, I ain't got enough energy. Alright? Well, if you trained, you'd have more energy. But instead, people want to turn to a bunch of pills and powders in order to give themselves energy. Well, that don't give you energy, that gives you sympathetic excitement, adrenal stimulation. It triggers your stress systems. It makes you more stressed out. Stress is catabolic. That's the opposite of anabolic. That's why they can't hypertrophy. That's why they can't grow new muscle, because they're constantly catabolic from all that stress, from all them pills and powders, to try to get the energy that they could get through endurance training. So you need your endurance training before you get your hypertrophy. Now what's hypertrophy? Well, hypertrophy is just training to grow the muscles. How do muscles grow? Muscles grow when force is applied to them, when they experience mechanical tension, when they're stretched out hard. And so you lower a weight down and then you press it up as hard as you can. Well, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So as you press on the weight presses on you. Your muscles experience tension, they're getting pulled apart. And the muscles send out signals telling the body, hey, you need to get these muscles bigger, you need to get tougher, you need to get stronger. Alright, that's how you hypertrophy, right there. And muscles grow best when they experience mechanical tension under extreme stretch. That means the bottom of the rep is the most important. Well, that's also where acceleration is the highest, because that weight was moving down at a consistent speed, and then you reverse that direction and you move it up. So weightlifting, very effective. So what is strength? Well, strength is the nervous excitation of the muscles, your ability to produce absolute maximal force. So it's all up here. It's all in the mind. It's all about your mind's ability to trigger your muscles. You've heard them stories about a woman, her child gets trapped under a car. She lifts the car up off of them. What you don't hear is that every time a person gets this type of manic burst of strength, well, their muscles rip right in half because they ain't tough enough. Their joints detach. Their tendons and ligaments rip and tear. So, even bones crack sometimes. So that's why your body inhibits your ability to produce strength, in order to protect yourself. But the more you hypertrophy, the tougher you get, and the more your body can unleash that strength. But you also need specific strength training to train the nerves to fire the muscles more efficiently. And how do you do that? Well, heavy weight, low reps. So this forms this type of hierarchy here. One note about hypertrophy training. You got two ways of converting the energy in your body into mechanical action. And that is the aerobic process and the anaerobic process, with oxygen or without oxygen. And the aerobic process with oxygen, well, you can do that for a long time, but you can't produce a whole lot of force. The anaerobic action you can only do for a short period of time, about 10 seconds. This is important. You can only do that for about 10 seconds, before you wear out that pathway, and you have to switch to the aerobic process. So that's why you do 10 rep sets, because a rep of an exercise typically takes about a second. So, about 10 reps is about all you can really do as hard as you can, and you want to train as hard as you can, to generate as much force as you can, to generate as much tension as you can, in order to trigger the best hypertrophy possible. That's why all them fellas, train with super light weights and super high reps, never get any muscular hypertrophy, because they're not doing hypertrophy training, they're doing endurance training, which is good, because you need your endurance to get your hypertrophy. You got to lay the foundation before you build up the walls. Here's the thing. I've been lying to you this whole time. This ain't no hierarchy. Alright? If you're thinking in hierarchies, you're probably thinking wrong. Alright? This is actually a cycle. How many push ups can you do if you're as weak as a baby? Maybe one, probably none. Well, you can't do a whole lot of work, can you? But the stronger you get, the easier it is to do push ups, and the longer you can do push ups for. So, the more work you can do, so the better endurance you can train, so the more hypertrophy you can get, so the more strength you can get, so the more endurance you can train. So, you see, it's a cycle. This is how you get infinite gains. Hopefully I explained that well. Probably didn't. Yeah, probably no one cares, but that's not my piece. Here and get back to the training later. Or I may put it at the end of the video. I don't know, you're smart, you'll figure it out. Oh, you going after that squirrel, huh? Well, you leave them birds alone. Well, them squirrels are fair game. Them squirrels eat my pecans. And pecans don't exactly grow on trees, you know. Little endurance training for the upper body.
Oh, I bet you want some num-nums, huh? Oh, you're licking your little lips. You're licking your little lips. Oh, little baby, little baby. Little baby. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Get you a little meal. Get you a little meal, huh? There you go. What a good kitty cat. What a good kitty cat. Such a good kitty. Such a good kitty. Yeah.